heard you call my name, and then you gave me love.
Hi everyone.
You never heard me.
This is my Inzuma queen, Jasmine.
Hi.
Hello. This is Comfy and Unfiltered, and as always, we get comfortable to talk about life journeys, to talk about positive things, mental health, lifestyle, and everything in between. So today we're just gonna talk. Do we even have a topic?
Be here.
I don't know, like you just
happy whenever I'm with you. Like
you just feeling yourself like, hey.
I'm looking at myself in your camera. It's like, it's giving me like,
Yeah, you're like, yeah. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
I missed you.
I miss you too. And before we start, I just want to say I'm proud of you.
What?
I really am. I actually posted it, but I don't think you saw it. But I'm really, really proud of you.
Oh, post it again so I can see it.
From your event last time to all that you do, I'm really, really proud of you. 'Cause I've known you for a minute, and you're always like trying. You're always doing God's work, and trying to put the message out there. So I'm really, really proud of you. Your event was great as well. If you miss next year's, I'm coming for you. But anyway,
See that trend? Do it.
if you miss my sister's event next year, I will find you. God is still working on me. No, but I'm really, really proud of you and all that you're doing. I know you're going to go far. And I'll be right there to say, that's my girl.
That's my girl. You'll be there like,
I'm really, really proud of you.
Rocking with me.
Yeah, keep going. I know with this job, trust me, I've been in it for 11 years now. It's not a joke, and sometimes you lose hope, but keep going, and
thank you.
You're going to get there.
Thank you. So today we don't have a topic. We just flowing because I'm here with my favorite person, and if I give her a topic, she's gonna kill me. So
Not bad.
how have you been?
Charlie, I'm existing. I'm living my life.
Emotionally?
Honestly, this year, I told myself it's going to be my best year.
Oh, so you're intentional.
I did. I was very intentional about it. I think turning 30 this year, that was one thing that I said to God, like, I have no plan this year. I have no plan. Every year you
write a vision board.
This year I didn't do that. I stuck with where God is taking me, and I just said, God, I trust you.
Oh, wow.
And for me, I know most people start their New Year's January 1st. I don't. I'm born in January, so I start my New Year's January 18th.
Yes.
I started the year you were there with
Yeah.
a nice worship branch, and I told God, I don't want anything. I want what you want for me, and I don't have a plan. I'm going with the flow, and it's the best thing I did, my sister. It's the best thing. Every time people see me, they're like, do you have a new boyfriend?
It's like you're glowing.
Charlie, she knew. There's nobody.
We're walking on God's timetable. That's so cool.
Honestly, emotionally, this is my best year.
Oh, I'm so
Mentally,
happy
this is
for
my
you.
best year. So, what about you?
We kicking it. The latter part of last year was rough into the beginning, almost half of around like March. But from then I've been like living my life. I'm just happy. I'm just learning to let go and learning to forgive the church, forgive family, forgive friends. And so so it's been a journey of unpacking and offloading a lot of things and sitting in the moment, knowing the role I played, what I shouldn't have done, knowing my price tag, just because I just wanted to belong. So now I'm there.
That's a good thing.
And like me too, I don't even have a plan.
Just go with the flow.
And you get to a point like, I wish I wrote something down, because it's like The way God you're going this fast, I can't keep up.
Because this Nigerian guy's page, I'll send it to you. I follow him a lot. He always says we always have a timeline.
Yes.
I had a plan. By 21 I'm done with bachelor's degree. By 23 I'm done with my master's. By 28 I'm done with my doctorate. I have even finished bachelor's. Even finished associates. I had it by 25. You're married with kids. A lot of times you have a plan, but a friend of mine always says you have God has the time, but you just have the watch.
Yeah.
You always have like, I want to do this, but it might not be God's, that might not be what God wants for you. I think last time I was here, I said something like, if I did what I wanted to do, instead of, God doing what he wanted to do, I would have been in jail by now.
Girl, we be throwing hands.
Listen, I always say God is still working on me, but catch me outside.
Oh,
you finna get it.
How about that?
You finna get it. There's so many things that I wanted to do that I had a plan. Like, I was so focused on the plan. I would have been married by now. But then I sit down now and I think about it, I'm like, Charlie, I would have been dead, or somebody's son would have been in the grave, or I would have been in jail.
And you'd have settled for less.
I really would have, because the me now, like me at 30 compared to me at 25, even me at 28, is two different women. Sometimes I sit down.
You've so evolved.
Last week I was sitting there. Somebody did something to me. Old me
would have
popped me.
Pop.
Even my best friend was shocked. My best friend was like, you didn't do nothing. Old me would have, Charlie, you would get hand slap, backhand. I will catch you outside too. But I just said, I was like, you know what? God bless you. Have a good day. And I called my best friend and told my best friend, are you okay? He was like, touch your forehead. I was like, I'm fine. But like comparing me, old me to me now, it's like a difference. So I really feel like allowing God to like mold and cultivate and, lead and, without you having your plan, allow him to lead you. It creates into something beautiful.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I sit down now and I look at myself and I'm just like, God, this can only be you.
This can only be you.
So sometimes you might have a plan, but Charlie, my one tree, I know.
Yeah. So as you're talking, let me just address this. If you just join us, this is Comfy and Unfiltered. Period. And I am on Himananama.
The one
you better subscribe.
Thank you.
If not,
my sister has a channel. Subscribe.
I'll
go back to my old ways and I'll catch you outside.
We're gonna. So I'm here with Jasmine.
Yeah.
What I wanted to talk is, what have you been beginning, or what have you begun to unpack that when you look at it, it's like it was like you guys did me dirty.
Oh, you already know that one. You know that one. There's so many things that I've begun to like unpack, and I feel like I always say, I think my healing for me started last year. I feel like last year I feel like later part of last year I was finally able to mourn. I was finally able to like cry it out, or like finally deal with the situation. And for me, I feel like the biggest one is church. And that's my biggest battle. I think during your event I made a comment, I don't go to church, and somebody called me outside and I'm like, you don't understand.
Yeah.
My biggest one is church. That's one of the things that I'm unpacking and letting go. And then my next one is forgiving myself for what I didn't know and what I knew, and I still made it.
And you allowed yourself.
Forgiving myself. And I think that's one of the things. I think during your program, and that's one thing that has sat with me. It's only she's here. But it was, Mashallah says something that's admitting it. And going to God and saying, okay, I knew better.
I should have
done better. But I didn't. But admitting it and going to God and say, I knew better, I didn't do it, but here I am. I'm your child. And humbling yourself and sitting at his feet and saying, and I'm your child. And that's one thing that I've always done. I've always knew to always turn back to God. Sometimes I'll go do it like, God, what's up? My area, my shinery, my bono.
Now let's talk about it.
Now, whatever you do, just remember I'm your child. That's one thing I always do with God. But like learning to forgive myself. And for me with the church right now, it's the hardest one for me.
Yeah, I think it's because
it really is.
Because I was telling a friend today that, you know, I've been able to go past a lot of things, but then with this church thing that happened, I can't seem to go past it. And she was like, because you don't want to talk to God about it. And that's it. I can talk to God about everything, and this one is like, I'm gonna scrape a lot of wounds.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be, not that I don't want to be vulnerable, but I don't want to relive the moment again because it's so painful. And I felt like, you guys like did me wrong, and whatever it is, I made a step. I wanted to fix it, but I felt like, you need to crawl. You need to like do other stuff for us to know that you really, really want this. So maybe you have to just go and relive it again and put it before God.
Oh yeah, you have to, because a lot of times you know, you say like you're trying to like move past it, right? I say it's like you get a cut or you get a sore. Okay, if you don't take care of the internal and you just focus on the surface, right? The surface is going to dry up. The surface dries up, it heals. But then what about the inside?
That's what it is.
A lot of times we're focused on the surface level. Oh, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. But we don't actually deal with it. And then when something arises, then it triggers us.
It does.
But in order for you to move on, you have to deal with the internal wound.
Yeah.
Even if, Pastor T.D. Jakes said something years ago. He said, forgiveness is not, unforgiveness is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. As you forgiven them, does not mean you have to go sit in front of them and have a conversation. I know some people like, oh, I need to sit in front of them.
I want clarity and closure. They
don't deserve to see your tears. Sometimes, I remember last year, that was the first time I actually sat down and cried about the pain that the church had put me through. And it was because it was time for me to face myself. There was nobody around. Everybody that I thought will have my back have turned their back on me. So I finally had to deal with it. That was when I realized I need to forgive me. I need to, like you said, scrape it. Scrape that surface. The surface that is dried up. Like when you go to the hospital, you have an inside wound, you're going to peel it. You're going to cut it. You have to sit with yourself. And I won't sit here and lie to you. That is one of the hardest things that you have to do.
Yes, and that's why I didn't even want to go there.
It's one of the It's one of the hardest things you have to do. But let me tell you something. There's light at the end of the tunnel.
It does.
And even though you scrape, like last year I was able to scrape it off. I remember, I think this year, Mother's Day, I was like, the wound came back. But I finally sat with myself and I was like, I cried it out. And I was like, there's nothing wrong with crying it out. And shout out to my girl, Obi, Lisa. And Lisa had posted something. I had replied to her, like, people don't understand. You know, they don't understand the type of pain. And for me, my pain wasn't only about that. It was about also the church. So it was attached to so many. But I was fine. This year was the first time I was finally able to be okay.
Like you going to church, stuff happens. I played a role. I'm not gonna sit here and be like I'm a saint, and they played the bigger role. But then you take a breather. You come back, and while going through all that phases, everybody started treating you like you were a disease. Even those that you sacrifice for, those that you will wake up at night and pray with them and do all stuff, and all of a sudden now you act like you are holier than thou. Oh, now like you just, we can't stand you anymore. Those days and you go back, try to fix it, and it's like nobody wants to accept you.
Then yours was different from mine.
Yeah, it's like
opposite.
Yeah, it's like I tried severally. I went. The pastor was so good to me and face me. Because we were once nice, and I didn't want to. I'm not talking to you now. You come back, I still cannot, because I'm attached to certain side of loyalty. You get my point? And that became, can I say, heart wrenching to me. My heart and I was telling this lady today. I said, I can't pass this. My heart bleeds every time I think about it, because I really, really want to serve. I really, really want to be there. I really want to give my all to this place, because they were the one that discovered the giftings that I have, the calling. This man trained me, gave me purpose to preach on and to stand. So like I really, really do not take it for granted, and I love him to pieces. But it's just they say dia batabuanwa ni chai chana, meaning
I'm sorry.
meaning when a tree is closer to a rock, to cut that tree is difficult, because now you have to break the rock
which is
before
very hard thing to
yeah, and then which is not right, because the rock is what is sustaining, or maybe the tree is leaning on that rock. You can't break it. So that's how my situation was. Yeah. How about yours?
And I don't want to say yours is not. You're valid. You have every reason to try to lean on it, but you also have to remember there's something called seasons.
Yes.
And when I was breaking down, I was like, God, why I have served? Because I served with this person and this church for over 8 years, if I can remember clearly, before I finally let go. And I remember one of the things God said is seasons.
Yeah.
So even though the man gave you a pulpit, it probably was God's door to your next level. But you also have to remember, right? Sometimes if you force certain things, you'll be blocking your own blessing.
Yes.
If you force certain things to happen, like, I want that relationship back, I want to keep serving, but maybe the time has come for you to let go.
Even if not to serve, I still wanted to have that, like, this is my father. This is that, anybody that doesn't have somebody that keeps them accountable, they are like their foundation is faulty. You get my point? So I wanted that, because that man is so endowed with wisdom and knowledge. He's been in ministry for long. Even if not to serve under, I wanted that kind of, I'm doing this. I need prayers of this what like I needed.
Yourself accountable.
I've held myself accountable, that I know that my reactions were not okay. I could have gone to him and told him everything that was happening, but then I felt like,
don't cry on me.
I felt like probably he knows. Maybe he knows, he's just acting like he doesn't know.
You right here.
I do. Let me just get up and go get one, and then he's gonna
you
cry.
You need a box of tissue real quick, because she's about to cry on me.
Back to it. So that was it. But then I can't, for some reason, I've been able to go past a lot of heartbreaking stuff and been able to catch myself. But with this, it's hard. It's difficult.
You have to, because you're consistently drinking poison and expecting them to die.
I know.
It's the perfect analogy.
I know.
You're consistently drinking the poison. You have to let go.
Yeah.
And then you can't give so much people. Like, one thing for me,
power.
I don't give anybody power over me. Because once I give you power over me, I've made you God over my life. And nobody. And it was one of the best things that I said, I learned after leaving church. After leaving church, I realized I've given so many people control over me. I've given people so much power over me. You can't give people power over you, because God has to have the ultimate power. So you sitting here like, somebody will hold you accountable. God can hold you accountable.
He does. And always with the Holy Spirit. Like,
I can honestly say this. I was the same way. I needed somebody that would pray for me, somebody that would cover me, and I remember one day I was sitting there and then I heard, what about me? What about me? Because I think when I left my previous church, before I came to the church you and I went, and I left it, done. When I left my first previous church, I remember the pastor consistently made it seem like it was because of his covering is the reason why half of us are doing okay. It was because of his covering, that's why we are not dead. It was because of his covering, that's why, success is coming our way. It was because of his prayer. And I remember, so it was so hard for me to go, because I'm gonna get personal real quick. I think you probably don't know this, but anyway, 2019, prior to that, I wanted to leave. I felt in my heart, I felt empty. But your girl can dress, right?
Yeah.
So I used to only go to church because I know I look good, and I'm just going because my outfit looks good.
You just
That's the only reason.
Yeah.
I wasn't going because I'm going to church to serve God. Like, I didn't feel the purpose. Like, I would stand on stage, I would do praises, I would sing. But I was just there just because, she can sing a little bit, so I'm just there. Or she can dance, whatever it is, I'm just there. But it was never a point where it's like I felt like I was here to serve. I felt God.
Yeah.
The right way. I felt God. Like, I never did.
Yeah.
I didn't feel for a while. So I remember I was like, I wanted to leave. But for me, it was like the pastor considered me his daughter. So everybody was like, if you leave this, if you leave that, if you leave that. And I'm like,
yeah,
drowning.
I get it.
I didn't say nothing to anybody. I kept complaining. I was like, you know what? I would disappear for 2 weeks, but I'll come back. I would disappear for 2 weeks. I remember when they tagged me as selfish. But then I was dying on the inside. Mentally, I was drained. Physically. So I remember 2019, unfortunately, I get pregnant. And my thing, yours was more they considered you self-righteous, right? Me, my thing is I'm very me, I'm very
blunt.
I'm very honest. I'm not the type to come to I always say this, I can come and lie to you guys, but I can't lie to God. So for me, it's like, let's say I went and kissed the boy in the car. If you ask me, yes, I did that. You saw me. The reason I'm very blunt about it, because I'm not, in God's eyes, he already saw me kissing the boy. Why will I lie to you, mere human, about kissing the boy? So for me, I was very honest about what I did, and I feel like the church didn't like mine. So it's like she was the sinner.
Yeah.
So it's like the pastor used to even make jokes. I remember one time somebody made a joke like, they were doing ordination. They were like, let's ordain Jasmine. And I remember the pastor's comments. I will never forget. And it might have been a joke to him. It sat with me.
Yes.
And then that was not the first time. He said it again. He said it a few times. And I remember it sat with me to the point I felt like, damn, am I that bad? Like, am I that bad of a sinner? So I stopped praying. Because like, and you see a diagram, that's ordination. So then it's like,
you are not worth it.
I'm not even worthy to pray. And then through all of that, 2019, unfortunately, I got pregnant. And when I got pregnant, that was when the church showed me Pepe.
Oh no!
You know when you go to a church at Omutu will sign?
Yes.
Can't say
in front.
I would have preferred that.
Yes.
I would have taken that. Mine did not happen that way. Mine, every Sunday, even when I wasn't in church, I was being preached about. Even I wasn't in church, like they won't mention my name,
but you know,
pregnant at the time of marriage, they will preach about me. I won't say nothing. I'll come to church. I remember one time I came to church during praises and worship. There was a lady sitting behind me. My sister Nana, you know.
Yeah.
Nana's son at the time. Abby was on my chest, and I remember I was holding Abby when a lady behind me, you've gone and got
you're dancing.
And it broke like, I told the pastor, he made it seem like, I deserve it. I did. He was like, yeah, you shouldn't have gotten pregnant. So I didn't say nothing. They preached about me, everybody knew that I was pregnant. And I kept quiet. I kept going to church, but I felt like, why am I here? And at the time, God is funny. He introduced me to this amazing lady on Instagram. This is a lady that works with the creme de la creme, the brands. I came across her post. It was funny. And then I replied to the post. She was like, God made me write the post for you. I was waiting for your message. She doesn't know me. This is a woman with millions of followers, thousands of followers. She doesn't know me. And she sent me a message. I replied to the comment. She was like, I was waiting for you. That's what she said. Christina Corton. If you're on Instagram, follow her. Her name is Christina Corton. Quatin, I think I call her Corton, but Quatin, she's amazing. And then she started, this lady helped me through my pregnancy.
Wow.
I remember I went and sat in an abortion clinic trying to abort the baby, and she called, she was like, if you abort the baby, I will deal with you myself.
Oh my God.
And this lady single-handedly helped me through. Do you know why? At the time, even the church, the one person, two people that were in the church claiming they had my back. This is what they would do in my face. Are you okay? Is everything okay? When I wasn't around, they would start conversations. Oh, wakonyam. Other people have degrees since wakonyam. People are getting their degrees on your wakonyam. People are getting married wakonyam. And this is somebody that in my face pretend. But what she didn't know is the same people that she would say, they come back and tell me. And how I believed it was the person it was coming from. Even down to her own husband. Made the comments unknowingly to me. And I didn't say nothing. The pastor consistently then, unfortunately, it was a hard journey. I lost the baby. And actually today, I always say it was because of the stress I went through.
True, yeah.
And the reason I say that, because outside people, or in my own life, outside people were planning baby showers for me. The church was breaking me down. I remember one morning when I woke up, I had gone to church. And like the preaching was like an attack to me. It was after church, one of the church elders called me after church and said, if you don't marry the man, your child is a bastard. Never forget that day. Was a Sunday after church. After the pastor had already downgraded me, destroyed me on stage. Didn't mention my name, but I'm the only person pregnant. Everybody now knows that. After he had done that, it was already, I was sitting there almost in tears.
Oh my God.
I'll never forget. I got up to go to the bathroom that Sunday. This lady, she met me outside. I always forget her name. She was always very loud in church. She met me at the door. She was like, if you touch that baby, I will deal with you. And she said it the second time. She had a daycare. She was like, the day you have the baby, bring the baby to me. You will continue work. You will continue school. After you finish work, you come pick the baby out. I won't charge you anything. I will never forget it. And when she said that to me, I was like, okay. But I was already broken. And I remember right after that,
nothing was conducive for this baby. Yeah.
The elder called. She was like, and this is a church elder, called me. I was like, she was like, if you don't marry the man, bring the man. You people should, you know how they do the quick office wedding. If you don't get married to the man, your child is a bastard. And I remember I went home. I will never forget this day. And I knelt in my room, Princess Place, and I just sat and I begged God to kill me. I remember I was like, God, take the baby and then take
my life,
because I just couldn't.
Yeah, because it was a lot.
The club people were like, oh yeah, what do you need? And this is the people I was in the club with. Were like, what do you need? Do you need diapers? Do you need this? Do you need that? I got you. Oh, I'm gonna plan a baby shower. And the church that's supposed to protect me. So I remember I lost the baby September 20th. I was in church actually the Friday when I started. I didn't go into labor initially, but I started feeling pain. And so I rushed myself to the hospital. I was there with the church people. I told them I was in pain. Obi and Femi. Nobody did. Shout out to the girl, Tina Rena. She's now in California. Tina gave me her car because at the time my Jeep wasn't working. So Tina gave me her car to use for the day. I was in pain. I called Tina. Tina was at work. She was like, should I leave? I was like, no, I'll take myself. I told the church people in church. They're like, oh, okay. Like everybody ignored me. Like I became a disease. Like they made it feel like I was the plague. Like I was COVID before COVID. I experienced pre-COVID. I experienced isolation. Nobody spoke to me. No one. Everybody made me feel like I was this shame. Hey, so I drove myself to the hospital and I find out I lost the baby. And then I didn't say nothing to anybody. The Saturday, I lost the baby Friday night. Saturday they were doing ordinations. My friend was one of them. So Pastor Jacob was one of them. So I didn't have a choice. I have to go support. I didn't want anybody to also know that I lost the baby. So I went and supported Jacob. That night they had a concert. I was in pain. I still went. And I danced. But I danced out of pain. And it was more of like my child. And I was bleeding on TMI, but I just lost the baby, and I haven't gone into labor yet. the outside world. So all I had was the church. I'll never forget that night. It was a Saturday night. I called everybody. Oh, we are busy. We are planning. They were doing a party for one of the leaders in the church. Oh, I'm planning this. Oh, I'm picking up chicken. I'm doing this. And I'm like, I'm in pain. I can't move. I'm in pain.
I'm dying.
Like, I couldn't feel. I'm like, I just need pain meds. If somebody can just pick up my pain meds. Nobody. I need ibuprofen. Like, I will never forget this. No one. Down to the leaders of the church. Nobody. I called my sister, my old friend at the time. I don't say she's my sister, but anyways, old friend at the time, Cynthia. I called her. She was stuck somewhere. She didn't drive, so there was nothing she could do. So then, thank God is good.
All the time.
There's a girl called Lizzie. Hey, Lizzie. Elizabeth ran to CVS, took my prescription, went and got me pain meds. Then I went into labor. Right when Lizzie left.
Oh, no.
Because then the hospital gave me two choices. I go into labor, I'll have the baby at home. Then, because there's different ways that they handle miscarriages and all of that.
Yeah.
Or you go into labor, the baby doesn't come, you come to the hospital
and then
deliver.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so my choice was surgery or have the baby naturally. That was I didn't have any other choice but induce, or it was bleed it out, have the baby, or bleed out and then come to the hospital, we'll do surgery. Unfortunately, I ended up doing both. But right when Elizabeth left, her phone was dying when she was at my house. Right when she left, I go in labor. I'm crawling on the floor. I didn't even know it was labor at the time because I've never experienced pregnancy. I called everyone. Nobody answered. Nobody in the church answered. I didn't say nothing. I left in labor. Later, Cynthia came, and then she was just there. Then the pain stopped. I kept throwing up. And then the next day, I went to church. I didn't say nothing. Me going back to church, it wasn't more of like I wanted to go to church. I felt like there was some type of anger. I wanted to look at everybody and say, are you happy? Are you happy?
It's not anger, it was rage.
Mine was, I'm ready to kill someone.
Yeah, that was rage.
Excuse the K word, blur that part out. But then it was going back to church to ask you, like, are you happy with yourself? Are you happy with what you've done to me? My child is on your head. But I didn't say nothing. I went, I sat there, I smiled. I was pissed. Hey, that day my friend Francis, shout out to my friend Francis, he was the only one that knew I was pissed. He came to the church just because he heard I was there and I was that angry. He came and sat. That whole time he was holding my hand like this. He was like, you're not getting up. Because my plan in the middle of service,
you would get up and say something.
That day there was guests, there was visitors. My plan was, okay, I'm gonna wait till the pastor gets up because he's my first target. That day Francis cramming sassy. Francis was like, you're not getting up. I'm like, Francis, let me go. See, you're not getting up. See, that day we were holding her. He was holding him like, so people thought he was the child's father.
And now they're gonna talk.
Nobody knew. Francis made it seem like he was too.
And that's what I'm saying. Now they have something to talk about.
Me and Francis look like Francis' health was like because that they had a mission. There was I think there was a state person there. I was on a mission, but I didn't do it. And so through that I was broken from the church. At this point, like mentally, you've killed my child. What do you people want from me? And so I remember later I told a pastor in the church, and I was like, if a child gets pregnant in this church, take it from me. I'll tell that child to take it out. I told him I'll tell that child to take it out secretly. And the pastor was like, why? I was like, because I experienced getting pregnant in this church. Y'all did this to me, so I would not want another child to go through it. Because you guys are supposed to say this is a church. We welcome everybody. We're supposed to be a family. Yes, I understand that I got pregnant out of wedlock, but I didn't put the baby here. The same church will see a child is a blessing. The same church will be sitting there praying for somebody who doesn't have a child and is praying for a child. It was so funny. It got to a point that when I was pregnant, if I even make a comment about my child, let's say you're in the church praying for a child, right? The pastor or the elders will kind of make the person feel like I was talking about them, like I was trying to like
mock them.
Yeah. And I'm like, baby, I'm not draining them, no. And yeah, like the church did that to me. And so I told them, and I made it clear, I was like, if anybody gets pregnant in this church, pray that I don't know. Pray that I don't know. Because I'll make sure there'll be blood on this church. And I carry that burden. And I remember Christina was like, Jazz, you have to leave the church.
Yeah.
She was like, God brought me into your life just to help you during this pregnancy, but you need to leave the church. But then the same thing, ayo papa, sorry. And so I am a papa. Ayo papa, sorry, free, people will talk. And I sat there. And I remember after I lost the baby, it was supposed to be a wake-up call. I still didn't wake up. I was just there. I was there. One day I was like, they took my child, Mankasa. They have mocked my relationship with God. Even after I lost the baby, I was still a mockery. They have mocked my relationship with God. Why am I here? I come to church, I'm not receiving the word. I look good. You finna get a picture after church. I come and I leave it.
Yeah.
One day I said, I'm done. And I think what broke me the most was when the pastor kept calling me selfish. Reason, there were other 2 young girls in the church that they didn't really work or do anything, so they were always in the church. I couldn't do that. When church was having program, just because of the previous pain I was dealing with,
you're careful.
I just didn't want, and no, it's not even careful. I didn't care to even join in programs, like help them planning, and from me home. I won't come clean the church with, I didn't care anymore. I was called selfish. And so for that, building all of that up, I was like, I'm done. And then it kept going, and then something happened in the church. And I think I was blamed. I think even down to the pastor's marriage, he blamed me for it. And one day I was like, I'm done. Like, I had reached my, God, just take me. And for me to reach that, and this is the church that is supposed to protect me. And I reached that one day, I'll never forget. It was also a Saturday. It was December 18th. December 18th, I reached out, I was like, God, just take my life. Just take me. Like, there's people that, the church that's supposed to be my safe space, these people are coming at me. And I just saw, I'll never forget, 161. There's a hair store on 161 next to the Chinese.
Yeah.
I dang cried. Hey, I sat there for hours, bawling my eyes out. Bawling my eyes. I was like, dang. I was like, I thought coming to God was supposed to be
a family affair.
A saving grace. I was like, these are people that I care for. I just cried. And at the time, there was an allegation going on about the pastor. At this point, I've already left the church. I wasn't going to church for like 2-3 weeks. But when the allegation came, I had left the church. I wasn't coming to church. Then I went back to the church. No, I didn't even leave officially. Before the cry in December, I had left the church, went back, left again, went back again, and left again. And then October, I was like, I'm done. Then I was there and they fired me from being usher.
Okay.
I received a text message. You are
fired from being
usher. Hey, now usher team is here fire me. Okay, me now major sorry in my head.
Yeah.
You need to leave something. I have to mentally.
Yes.
Like even relationships. If you see the day I break up with you is not the day I broke up with you.
Long time.
I was telling my ex the other day. My ex calls me random. Let's deviate. My ex calls me was like, oh, I missed you. And I was saying, I was like, hey, brother. Before me can't say it was over. Not me jaw. Find a way to tell my parents, tell my family, like, oh, our arena ambasu. But not me jaw. I just wanted to wait till when I say it's over, no, then I break up. I tell my parents, and he was like, hey, Charlie, that's me.
Yeah.
So it was the same way. So when they fired me, I was like, I'm done. And then the allegations started, and then I was blamed for the allegations. The church blamed me. People were calling me that it's my fault. The pastor called me that it was my fault. Everybody, I was like, hey, that was the day, December, I sat there and I cried. I was like, God, I'm done. God, I'm done. And I kept crying. It was funny. Another pastor called me. And that's how I ended up in the church that we both ended up in. But then I was there for a while, and then it's like I felt like I had anxiety in church.
It's just your trauma.
Now me quite sorry, like I remember one time I was in church when the pastor shook my hand. I had a panic attack. I had to go to the bathroom and breathe. I had to go to the bathroom. Like, ready? Okay. Like literally was bad. And that's where I developed my anxiety to a different level, because I always dealt with anxiety, but I think losing the baby and all of that triggered it. And so I remember when I started the church, I was like, it's fine. Then I realized, no, I see patterns of
so you just want
for me to
leave.
It was just behaviors. I was attacked in church, which you were there for. I was attacked in church. Later I was called delusional. I'm like, but it was funny when it was happening, right? The one person that in front of everybody was like, oh, Jasmine, you're delusional, was the same person that behind everybody will come and tell me, oh, I see what you're doing. I was like, so it was just a lot. But for me, that was where my breaking point with the church is done. Because for me, I feel like there's so much. There's death. There's losing a child.
And losing yourself.
Myself. Right now, honestly, if you tell, I visit church. Like, one of my friends introduced me to a church. It's 1 hour. I visit once in a while, but I no longer feel safe.
So, I think that's what we need to advocate. Let me use the word that it becomes a safe place, because we all, like, it's like a hospital. We all come
safe.
It is. Hey, look, halt.
The church is safe. And I understand that you're a pastor, right?
Look, whatever you experience, it's not what somebody else has experienced. No, you can't hold that placard and say,
give me a second.
Can I let me finish. No. Now, okay, we're going on a commercial break. We will be right back. This is Comfy.
Let me explain.
This is Comfy and Unfiltered. My name is Ohima Nanama. We talk about. Let me also say. Okay, let me say.
For me,
for you.
No, thank you.
Now you're speaking my language.
The reason I say for me, the church is not a safe place, and mine is on a different level. I personally feel like the church is no longer a safe place because most people go to church, but they don't know God.
Yes.
Most people go to church. Listen, I know people that dress up every Sunday. After Sunday, they don't even open their Bible. And I say the church is not a safe place because most people have put their faith, which I was there, in pastors, in the church building itself. The church is you and I. Right? The church, I can do church. I can be home and have church.
But do not forsake the assembly of the brethren.
I understand that, but if the assembly is taking you away from the presence of God, it's better. It got to a point the assembly was not even worth it for me.
I get what you're saying.
But the assembly made me hate God.
Yes. I understand. I understand.
And so when God took me for almost 4 years in 2020, for almost 2 years, I didn't go to church. For almost 2 years now, I haven't really seriously gone to church. But I can sit here and tell you my relationship with God is on a different level. Like right now, I can feel like when before it's like, people be like, I can feel when God tells me not to do something. Even today, I did.
Let's not.
And I'm like, not go there. God told like I prayed about it. And like right now, my relationship with God is I'm very sensitive.
Yes.
Because it wasn't because I stopped church. It was because I no longer put my faith in a building or in a pastor or in a particular person. I think Mama said it last time that the pastor no impact is right?
Yes.
So I thank God, like I no longer. So when I say that the church is not a safe place, for me, Jasmine,
everything you've said is true.
Not safe.
It's true because we in as much that we need to honor our men and women of God. Gonna be wrapping up in a bit.
Oh, you're fine. Take it. No, do. Oh, yeah, you have to.
I do. we have to be able to see God for ourselves because we're gonna stand on the judgment throne by ourselves. So you need to know God for yourself. But then the assembly is there for fellowship. But then that is where we all come from different backgrounds. We all have different experiences. Look, me that I'm talking, I'm really, really hurt by church. I have church hurt. No matter what it is, I still I need to push through. I'm writing a book called The Wounded Warrior. Yes.
He's an author, guys.
Yes.
Can't talk.
You better buy my book.
No, they can't talk to me anyhow. My author.
You know what? Like The Wounded Warrior. We are wounded, but then we still like waging war, and nobody sees the daggers that in front, that behind you on your side, the dagger of rejection, disappoint our lives. What I've learned in previous seasons of my life, like last year was the worst year. It was so bad, like, but God placed certain people in my life. Lady Mary was one of them, that she had to make me live in a house for 3 months because I was almost close to psychosis. Like, because what will people say?
Who cares?
How you know, when you get to that point,
too much to not to know this.
Nobody give a hoot. But then when you get to certain stage in your life, you wonder, what would they say? How are they seeing me? What is that?
To get closer more.
Yeah. So that, but then as you heal, you get to realize, oh, I played this role. Oh, so this was right in front of me and I never really saw it. So all those things, but then God placed it in people. And one thing that I've experienced in this journey of life, as we're talking about life, hurt, pain, is family.
Do you want us to start that one? Because that one we have to do part 2.
Part 2.
Because that family hurt is different.
It doesn't heal. No matter what you do, it won't heal.
You be thinking it's healed till you watch a movie that reminds you. Like, 2 weeks ago, I had to be like, I watched a movie, right? That reminded me of something. I called my little sister. I was like, bruh. My sister was like, I feel like you people need to sit down and have a conversation. I have a conversation. I'm going to put somebody in the mouth.
And sometimes you're like, oh, okay, we're getting there. Now we're getting fine. Now we cool. Yeah. But then it's like you make a statement. I'm like, girl, watch your mouth. Watch it. Because
I've been sitting there and I'm like, I have forgiven. Then they would just shrink. I'll be like, hey, cool down. I can block you again.
and put you like I keep on blocking people and block them. And the songs that come in my mind.
This year they're being blocked.
When I get to that point, I'm not a Beyonce fan, but in this song, I'm a grown woman. I can do whatever I want.
Yes.
Now, like, girl, leave. Don't. You see this boundary? Don't overstep it, because.
I think for me, I've done very well about building a boundary. That's one thing about me, and I'm very particular about that. And for me, I always tell people I don't mind who I lose when it comes to my boundary and my sanity. May you, Sarah Jake said it, may you be blocked and be blessed.
Amen.
May you be blocked but this year I don't block.
Stay your corner.
Before I used to block. Then one day I was sitting there, I was like, my favorite scripture is God will set a table before me in the presence of my enemies. One day I was sitting there and then God was like, you keep block. I heard in my head loud, you keep blocking them.
How can I get this enemy sit on this table? It's true.
And then for me is I don't block anybody anymore.
Yeah.
You know why? I'm going to allow you to see God's greatness in me. I'm going to allow you to see every single thing that God is doing in me. Hey, you will block me.
I know, right?
I won't block you. That will be soon. And one thing I've noticed that when God is shining in me, even my cheeks starts glowing.
I know.
Everything. So
everything.
I make sure that you will see it, because and I don't even live my life to prove a point, but you will see it to the point. But how?
Yeah, because like I said, it doesn't heal because, like, one, you have to deal with them. 2, you are burnt by blood.
No. It's a choice.
It's a choice, but then you're burned by blood.
You build a distance.
Yes, but then the distance you still are going to. That's what I'm trying to say. So, do you want us to go there? What?
If we go there, what time is it?
What I've.
Okay, we can go there quick.
Yeah, real quick so I can get it. So, what I've learned to do is. One.
We spoke about church. We didn't even finish church.
Because I know when we go deeper, we're gonna be making roll calls here, because at this point,
I
go
back to the church real quick, and I want to say this: the best gift God gave me was getting to know Him for myself.
Yeah. Yes.
I want to save the saint, but let's understand, because there's so many young people I get a chance to encounter, even not young, older people that also hate the church now. And I understand that the church has caused so many people hurt and have betrayed so many people, have broken so many people. The pastor, one thing my grandfather used to say is the pastor is a human. Well, after the word, go break it down for yourself. And I say this back to also say, the church is a building. Your heart matters.
Yes.
Build your own relationship with God. As much as, yes, the whole assembly is important. If God has not led you, like right now, I always say, God, when God wants to lead me to where He wants me to serve permanently, God will leave me. You know, I love to sing. I love to be involved in church. But right now, I don't think I have found a place where I feel like my soul is at peace. Like, there's a church that my friend invited me to. I still go there, but when it comes to church, like I said, I'm still healing. But through that healing, through letting it go, do not let that take you away from His presence. Because no matter what you do, I always tell people, I play around a lot. I goof around a lot. Try me and I'm gonna come for you. Try my family and my friends, I'm gonna get it. But when it comes to my relationship, I'm still a work in progress. But I try my best to make sure that it's Him and I.
Oh yeah, it's always you and I, you and Him, because
the church have taught us so much. But we need to also learn so many things when it comes to the church. We're going to talk about family.
No, we're coming to the online, and let me just stop in.
We need to.
I'm going to kick this girl out of this chair, and I'm going to say what I need to say. Unlearning and relearning is something that we need to pay attention to, because in church we are molded with certain culture and certain ideology based on somebody's encounter. It's now it's a must. But then when you know God for yourself and you begin to unlearn, I started to unlearn certain things. Like you said, I started learning about honor. I can honor you, I can respect you, I don't have to be in your face. I'm learning, and I unlearned that my posture, the posture of my heart matters. Guard your heart. Out of it comes the issue of life. Learning to be so intentional with your actions, your reactions, your decisions, certain places, you know, all those things matters. As to before, I want to be everywhere. Before, I can preach. Now, it's not that I don't have it. It's a needed. God will, when you begin to know Him for yourself, He orders your step. So you know where to go, where not to go, where to pour out. Because we want to serve, we get to pour out ourselves to the point that we become empty, and we are waiting for somebody to refill us, and they don't have it to refill you, and then you become so resentful because you were expecting that pastor, that teacher to refill you, but then that's not what they are called. Like, they don't have it to give you. Even if they're preaching, they do know that you are not the one they call to refill as you are serving. So you need to know where you planted.
Don't burn yourself out just to prove a point.
That's it. I was all over the place.
I'm the queen of Mimba.
You will call me and I'm running.
And like, I think I told you earlier today, I told you something. I said my spirit, like, I've made sure my spirit, I pay attention to my intuition, my spirit. Like, if God tells me I shouldn't go, I won't go. People see me even now, they're like, you're still in Columbus. I'm like, yeah. There's been events that I've gotten dressed. I am in makeup maybe, and then I'll hear, don't go. I'm like, into me starting makeup.
Why didn't you?
Sometimes I'll be in the bathroom like, bro, you didn't see me beat this face. He's like, yeah, take your pictures, don't go.
And
sometimes I'll get dressed, I'll take my pictures, I don't go. And it's so funny, by the time the event will be done, the next day I'll hear so much drama that I'm like, hey, cool down, thank you, sorry. You know, a lot of times when God's prevention is God's protection.
Aww.
Because he's telling you not to go, because he's telling, yes, as much as you want to preach, as much as you want to, there's been so many events that I'm like, God, I want to be there. I want to be on this panel. And then out here you're not doing it. Out here you're not doing, like today there was this event, there was an event I wanted to go to, and I don't care if she sees it, it's okay. By the time we'll be the event near,
but don't he say that, no,
I won't mention the event name. And I remember I was just sitting there, I was like, oh, it's a Christian event, it's a church event, it will help me build. It was like, that's not what I've called you to do. That's not the people that I have called you to do. That's not the community
people
called you to do. So I was like, it's okay, cool down. And then I relate to God like I relate to, I'm gonna get there in a second. I relate to God like I relate to, I was like, okay, sorry, you said it, I won't go. And it's something that has been on my heart since yesterday, not to do it. And I was forcing. And so I met my friend Abs, and I was telling her, she was like, if the Spirit is telling you don't do it,
don't do it. Yeah,
so I can do it.
Like that's when you have a relationship with God, he's like, he's your friend.
Yeah,
he's your teacher, he's your master. Like some days I go to my prayer closet and like I would be like, today we're not praying, I'm talking to you. So you knew this, you could have given me a heads up at least. Oh, but I showed you signs, but those signs were not vivid enough. Master, make it clear so we can all see.
You made it clear. We have glasses of the Spirit.
I know.
Spiritual glasses.
No, but then and you like, I gave you clues. You would dream. But then because you had already made up your mind.
I think I was about to say that.
Because you had already.
Yes, I was about to say.
Counted your cost and your losses.
Yeah. Don't be blaming my father for your mistake.
I've been blaming him even for even the air that I breathe. Like, Master,
blaming him. You made your choice.
You did.
So many things he'll be like. Even me, I remember 2019 when I got pregnant, right? He said, after I got pregnant, I was like, why would you let me get pregnant? I told you not to go. The day I went to my ex-boyfriend's house, I knew I was supposed to be hosting a party. But I would never forget, it was Medical's party. Ghana Medical. I was supposed to be at that party. Medical had told me, like, we are coming. I see him, his DJ the day before. They were like, yeah, call parties. I was like, oh, Charlie, my bread. Medical kaya me see me. And that was the day I got pregnant. I should have listened. I remember I saw the DJ a year or two later. I was like, Charlie, I should have come to that party. I didn't tell him why. In my head. God shows you something.
Yeah, it does.
Your choice. But then I was going back to like our relationship and how we come, like, on learning certain things. I want people. And if I knew this early, I feel like I would have saved my life so much.
Yeah.
I know when I know it. Build your own relationship with God. And I'll always force on it. Build your own relationship with God. Get to know you. As much as we have pastors and preachers that we honor, I love Pastor Joshua Selman. I can listen to that man every single day, every moment. Pastor Femi Lazarus, I love those people. But after I listen,
you don't love my girl,
Sarah Jakes? Yeah. I like her. I have my personal reservations about her, but I listen to a lot of her preachings though.
Okay,
I really do.
That's my girl.
I really listen to a lot of her preachings, and I kind of like her
vibe.
Yeah, but I'm very particular about.
Listen, me too. Yeah,
even music.
Yeah,
I stick with like two pastors, Pastor Femi Lazarus, and then Pastor
Joshua Selman. Yeah,
for me. And so listening to those two, even though I listen to them, I have my own. Most people go to church and they expect that, Pastor God came and died and broke that covenant. You don't need anybody to go see God for you. You can see God for yourself. Open your mouth. And when I say on learning so many things, I remember a long time I felt like, I was like, God, how do we pray? Because people are praying, people are praying, oh Father, I see, Caucasian so softly. I see the other people, I see these people, I'm like, God, so which one do we
do? Yeah.
And I remember one day I was talking to my dad, my birth father, and my dad, whatever we call each other, be like, hey yo, what's up? Literally, that's our phone call. Hey yo, what's up? And my dad be like, yeah, what's up, yo? And then we'll keep going, like, oh my girl, what's up? Like, that kind of vibe, like somebody in my downfoot. And that's how I talk to my dad. I'm like, Daddy, I'm hungry. Charlie, send me some, pounds, because my dad lives in the UK. And then he'll be like, oh, that kind of jovial. And I remember one day, it was the same time, I got off the phone, I was driving. And then God was like, why don't you come to me like
that? Oh.
And I was sitting there like, come to you like, hey, yo.
Hi, my G.
That's how I talk to my dad. My G, and then my dad will be like, my girlfriend, what's good? And that's how we talk to each other. Sometimes my stepmom will be like, Mummy and Mu, you're okay. That's how I'll come like, hey, sugar daddy, old man, grandpa, like that vibe. And God was like, why don't you come to me then? You want me to, hey, yo, what's up, you? I know, be on what's up. Listen, Father on earth, you ask him for bread, he will not give you strength. How much more me? If you're, and then it went back to relate to me. If your Father on earth, you can talk to him so comfortably. Why not me? That changed my entire perspective. You won't count. There are moments that sometimes you gotta wage. Like,
kaba.
How I pray to God. Hey, what's up? Come sit down. Nadia. Now we hear no man. I'm like, Daddy. I'm like, today I'm not coming to you as God. So sometimes myself, I'm like, listen, I'm not coming to you as God.
You're my
I'm
daddy.
not coming to you as Alpha and Omega. But before you come, let's wait. You come to us, Daddy. Yo, come sit down, Daddy. Yo. When I'll say, I'm like, yo, what's up? You want to fight? We can take this outside. I won't win, but you want to fight, and I can feel. In that moment, I can feel something.
The woman brings. Oh God!
That type of friendship. That was, and I always tell people that works for me. Maybe for you, it might be to hide in your room, close the door away from everybody, and pray. That might be you.
Yes.
But once you know who you are, once with you know God. Your relationship with God, you'll be able to identify how you should pray. Maybe there are moments that I'll go and I'll be like, I want to pray, and then I'll hear, go clean your room. And
it's 2 a.m. and you are cleaning till 4.
And sometimes it's like, this is the prayer we needed today. There'll be prayer and God will be like, go do your hair. I remember one time, this is a while ago, I was trying to pray, and God was like, go do your makeup, get dressed, we're going on a date. That's how I felt it in my heart. I got dressed, and then I felt turn on music, and I just danced. I remember I was wearing a red dress. I saw that picture. I was wearing a red dress in my old apartment, and I just danced.
This is
a friend had called me. I was like, oh, I had a date. I was like, don't worry about it. And then later I was like, with Jesus. I was like, hey, it's boy and your friend is Jesus, Jesus. So she started, and I was like, no. I didn't explain. And that's how I felt that day, because this is my relationship with God now. How I relate to God now may not be your way. Maybe your way is, today, God, I want to braka the day. God's like, no, go out and feed the homeless. That is your prayer in that moment. God he's not a God of one
way.
He's not.
We put him in a box and we expect him to show up the same way he does. Like as you're saying, you see how I'm so resonate with you. Some days I'll just go to my prayer closet. I want to pray so bad, and all I'll do is just lay down.
Yeah.
And I'm crying, and all I'm downloading is scriptures.
Sometimes that's all that you have to.
And when I open those scriptures to read,
it's like everything. Yeah, there's been moments I'll go in my.
I'm like, so you're here with me?
Yeah.
And you didn't. I'm like, then I'll come and say, Papa.
Yeah.
You know I messed up. But forgive me.
That's it.
This and this and this and that and that. You know my heart, and sometimes I'm crying, and and the words that are coming, I'm not even thinking about it, and it just flows. And when I'm done, I just sit and I take. And it's like somebody's hugging me.
Yeah.
And I bust into tears. Like, something like, eh?
And hey,
so you're here with me.
There's some moments you finish, you don't feel him.
You don't. But then when you, like, and some days she doesn't even show up in that prayer when you're driving.
Yeah.
And you see, like, if somebody talking to you, you have that smell. You have that. And that's me.
Yeah.
And I'm not always at this prayer close. So some days I put my alarm on and it's not. I won't even get up. And in the morning, it's like I'm compensating. Like, no, we are not. We are not on a deadline.
But we are human. That's the problem.
Like,
hey, when I remember I used to go to an old church, right? We said deadline that caught me. I used to go you're supposed to pray 10 hours a day. You're supposed to, and I was like, So recently I was saying, I was like, am I supposed to pray? Because God, I don't have anything. All I have to say is what's up.
What's up?
And I remember that day. It's so funny. I came across a video that said prayer with God is not just sitting there reading the word and just praying. Sometimes prayer with God is, what is your heart doing? throughout the day, what is your mind doing?
I'm excited.
Like throughout the day, are you thinking about him? Are you meditating upon the word? Meditation upon the word is not sitting there for 15 minutes and sitting there like, no, it doesn't work. Meditating upon the word is your daily life. It's your daily bread. It's your daily water. It's
like you're ramming. How do you say? You see how like goats eat and then they keep it and then they bring it back up to chew it. That's how it is.
That's like the word of God is supposed to be your journey with God and your relationship with God and your time with God is supposed to be like how you drink water, how you gossip.
Thank you.
The time, like it's supposed to be every moment, every time. It's not like 1 hour I spent with God. That's it. No, it's supposed to be. I've been in moments where I'll get to work. I work at a hospital, and some patients are there. You're just like, and you see our hospital and I'll mebble because mebble. And I've been in moments where I walk out of the room and it's like God will like turn around, go be nice to them. Didn't you just see them curse me out? And it'll be like, go, you can't come and pray. Go be nice to them. That's prayer. That's your walk with God.
It's intentionality. So, and every day that has been like my mantra.
Yeah.
God, I want to be intentional in forgiving, intentional in speaking, intentional even in my dressing. That's why like they tag me. I have my own struggles that I struggle, but then every time I try my best to be right with God. I'm not righteous, but then like, what am I saying? And now my favorite scripture is, let your words be seasoned with salt. So whenever I want to say something, I'll take a deep breath.
Yeah.
I'll look at you.
You have time. Me. Make it become.
I said, the deed have been did, the done have been done.
Yeah, this is me. You've been to my house.
Yeah.
That day the couch was moved. Where you were sitting, there's a couch there. I'm like, my yo. My yo.
And sometimes they deserve it. But sometimes too, sometimes I can't. Like, I'll just say it as it is. And when I'm done, I'll just scratch myself. I'm like, what did you just do?
I've been in moments I'll be like, God, they deserve
it.
I can hear God saying, Jasmine, try me again.
Before you mention the full name, I'm gone.
So like all jokes aside, build your. If I know what I know now, I would have avoided so many things. Build your own relationship with Christ. Build your own fellowship with Christ. Once you build your own relationship with Christ, trust me, and I'm a living proof. And I think one day I'm going to share my testimony. Not a lot of people. I think I shared a little bit on my birthday.
Yeah.
Just that, and that's even like 10%. One day when I will share my testimony, like I'm a living proof of God. I'm a living proof. Let me see if you people and me. I always say, you say you're intentional about dressing how you come out. There's been moments that I've come away some dresses. People be like, why is she wearing that? I'm like, yeah, they told me. God told me to wear. God me to wear that. Yeah, and I remember one time I was going to an event. There was a dress I wore, and I was like, God, but this one day, and it was so funny. That was the day I ministered to somebody so great, and he was like, he was the only person that needed. He didn't judge you. He embraced you. I'll never forget. It was I think it was Kwache. He was like, he embraced you and he needed you. You needed each other.
That's it.
And so there's been so many things that I have done that people be like, why is she doing that? I'm like, you don't.
If you follow people,
so don't. If
you follow people, you're not gonna be so intimate with God, because God is. I say he's comme ci comme ça.
Yes.
Me, like, he would say one thing today, tomorrow he's doing a different thing, the same thing in a different way. But he's taking you to the right part.
So build your relationship. Life is seasons. God works in seasons and in time.
Yeah.
And if anybody would have even thought like 10 years ago I'll be talking like this, trust me, it's a lie. Ask anybody that knows me back then. It wasn't the same. So build your relationship with God. Build your personal relationship with God. Don't build a relationship just so people can say you are righteous. Just so people can say you are godly. Build a relationship, because at the end of the day, when that trumpet blows, it's you and your savior. It's not you and Abina and Akosia and your mom or your siblings. It's you and God. Build that relationship with God. Allow God to do what he wants to do in your life. Let go. When the people sing this, people say I surrender. Total surrender is allowing God to do God and allowing God to do what he wants to do in your life. So as much as, yes, there's church hurt, the church is breaking some people are still in church and are empty. If you don't take anything from everything that we've said, build a relationship with build God. Your personal, not build on him as relationship. Jasmine,
I will fail you.
I'm a very tough girl. If you build a relationship like God has built with me, baby, you might not survive. Build your relationship. Don't look upon, like I love that you love Sarah Jakes. We love all of these amazing people, but their journey will not be your
journey. Yeah,
their path, will not be your path. Build a relationship. Find your own identity in Christ, and once you find your own identity in Christ, you'll be able to identify even when it comes to your dressing, when it comes to your look. Like me, people will be like, she doesn't. I dress based on how I feel that day and based on where I am. I don't dress because this season almost say trench coat now trench now but I wear kente because in this season,
that's what I
want to.
Yes,
this is what I want to do. Build a relationship with Christ. Surrender everything to Christ, and to him he will lead you. You're welcome. Dang, Pastor Jasmine.
Yay!
I beg. Please. That title crowd will not work.
Like I was telling Mama, I said, that's why God is still working on me, because he knows. He knows that if we say that have this church, probably I'll be like the lion at the gate. So it's like,
my friend,
it's like
Annie and Kamal.
Yeah,
Annie and Kamal always says this. If any church makes a mistake and give you Jasmine Mike, the church will close. I can't.
But God is still at work, and God is doing what he's supposed to do. He's been showing up. But then, however he's gonna use you, you don't determine it anyway. So
I see where God is going with it, but sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna need you to
hard. Like let's have a break. Like you see how I took a break from Bonnie's quick word.
Yeah, you needed that break.
I'm like, God, I need a break, please.
She knows why I'm so upset about that. She needed a break.
All right.
Show about family. And the next episode.
A family, because you people, because we are bounded by blood, doesn't mean you can, Anyway, I don't want to use that word.
Yeah, friendships and boundaries.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming, Jasmine. I love you. My people here loves you. So we're gonna see you next time. Please make space in your calendar just for me, because when we're making the money. So when you come, I get excited.
I will.
You see, of all the people, you make me feel very, very like bougie.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we're gonna end here. Stay blessed. My name is Sohima Nanama. I will see you next time. Bye bye.